Hey, it is Ray, and welcome to a Black Ops 3 guide on Shadows of Evil, specifically for noobs who don't know how to play the game, because I did notice a large amount of my friends didn't know how to play this map. So right off the bat, you're going to want to grab your beast mode and open up the following things. Well, electrocute and open the following things, and follow this specific path that I take, because it is, quote-unquote, the most efficient way to get this first area done in an easy fashion. And sometimes you might have time to go do something else, which is the what's it called? Perk, the perk in the end of the map. After this, you're gonna want to get a fumigator, which is located in these three positions, and then you're gonna want to get the apothecon key and the fountain pen. And after you get these, you're gonna want to go up to Nero's little area, his little house, or whatever you would like to call it. I do want to make a quick mention that these things the little pods, you should only open them on round 1. And these are the stairs to get to Nero's place. Now, I know that I missed these when I first started playing the game, so just keep that in mind, that they lead up there. Now, the best method to get this done is to have everybody in the game, because it takes longer if there are like 4 people or 2 people and only 1 person is in there. It will take significantly longer. So I've noticed. But the method for doing this is training by yourself. Just run in a circle, and it won't be hard unless there are zombies around. It'll be very quick, easy, painless. After grabbing the gateworm, you're going to want to go to the following area. Actually, not the following area. You're going to want to look at these broken perk bottles and go to the one where Juggernog is located, because it is arguably the best perk in the game, because it allows you to survive longer. And then you're going to want to grab your beast mode, which is one of your last 2, and open up the following things. I think that you're not going to be able to do the whole next area, but each area takes 2 anyways, so you're going to want to just do as much as possible, because if you do even if you do one thing in just a beast mode, there's a way to do all of it but one thing, and it's really efficient. So you're just going to want to use both of them anyways, because it's better to open up everything than to leave something and then do it later. Except for, there's one exception, but we'll mention that later. And the following areas that I ADS'd, aim down sights at, are the following areas that you can get the first shield part that you will need. And depending on where the Juggernaut spawns first is where you need to go. Now, sadly, I lost the gameplay for this area where I did the ritual. And up there on that balcony right there that I just looked at is where you will use your last beast mode to grapple up and then shoot that circuit breaker right beside the door that I just passed. And you're also going to want to kill the Margwa if that's where he is. And there's also a statue there as well that you don't want to miss. And this next area is the waterfront district. You're going to want to do the hardest one after you get Juggernog open. Then you're going to want to pass a couple rounds and take this beast mode and take the path that I am following. It's the way I like to do it. If you don't want to do this, it's fine. Now, I nearly got this portal, so you might not get it, but it doesn't matter, because you will need to use your second beast mode anyways. So luckily I had some points stockpiled up, and I could open up the door, and the champion's belt will fall right there, so you can see. And these guys are fairly easy to kill, so I think these guys are aliens. I'm not actually sure, but that's something to theorize about, I guess, for a later video. And you're going to want to come up here. Now, I know that right here it says hold F for part, and I missed it. And then I walk over and I go to my normal 2 spots, and they're not there, and I'm like, where is it? And then I go back and get it. So my little bad there. And also, a quick tip is to lay down in front of all the perk machines for an extra 100 points. Very easy, and just a little thing to take note of. Now you're going to want to grab your beast mode, your final one for this area, and you're going to want to open up the gym. But before you open up the gym, you're going to want to open up, or not open up, you're going to want to complete any other things you haven't done before that. But if in case you did do all the things except for the gym, you can go down, open up the gym, and then run all the way back to the beginning and turn on stamina. And you can come and get that later because it's arguably one of the better perks for new players because it allows you to run away from zombies faster. After you get out of beast mode, you're obviously going to want to go down and complete the ritual for this area. This one is pretty hard. That's why I said earlier that you want to do the hardest one second, and then the easiest one that you think is the easiest, you want to do that one last because you're going to get a Margwa on that one. So this one, I think this one spawns a Margwa. I don't even know. So just keep that in mind that you're going to want to save the harder areas for the rounds that you don't have to have a Margwa. There's a much better way of explaining this, but obviously I'm not the best, so this is what you get for looking up a video. Yeah, for all of these it's pretty simple. You just train and just keep away from these guys and just avoid everything and try not to get cornered because this area is arguably one of the more easy areas to get cornered, and there should be a Margwa spawn, but he's fairly easy to kill. So then you're going to move on from this area and go to your next area, which I believe in this case it is the Footlight District. But just something to keep in mind that you're gonna eventually need a gun, and this gun will have a different damage than all the other guns, so you're gonna want to just make sure you test out the most efficient way to use that gun on a zombie in the earlier part of the round, because you're gonna need to pass one to get more of your beast modes. So after this, you're gonna go to the Footlight District, and you're going to take the following path that I used to unlock all the stuff in this area. And you know, since it's the last one, you're gonna want to just go for the win and just try to make it by the slim. So I only left out the portal to the Pack-a-Punch area. So I'll tell you guys how to get that later, but for now it doesn't matter because we have two other portal areas open. Now before you go and do the actual ritual itself, I recommend you get Juggernog. Now this is going to lead to a mistake where I accidentally realized that, hey, I can't open the door now to the final area, but that's alright. So you're also going to want to get the shield and build it, and before you go to do the ritual. And I'm not speaking quite fluently, but it doesn't matter because that's what you're going to want to do. Now the most efficient place, the best place arguably, is the Canals District. I'm pretty sure it's the Canals District because it is the most like open area, I guess to say. It would be the most open area. And yeah, you can see there that I didn't get that open, and then I realized that I don't have enough points to open up the door, so I have to skip around. Now if you do follow this guide, you should be able to do it by round 5, but since it's on a random rotation of whether or not the wasps come on round 5, I actually got the wasps on round 5 instead of round 6, so it'll be around round 5, 6, or maybe if you're not as good as other players, it might be 7 where you get the Pack-a-Punch open. But your goal should be to get it before round 5, and it is possible to do that before round 5, but it's always good to open up everything that you need to open. After you kill all the wasps, you're going to want to thin out all the zombies out of round 6, so you only have 1 or 2 remaining, so you can easily do the ritual. And of course you're going to want to save the easiest place to train, the easiest ritual to do for the last one, because you're going to have a Margwa on this last one. So remember to save the easiest one for last. If the easy one happens to be Jug, that's sorry, just make your best judgment and save the easiest one for last. And never do the Canal District last. It's always the hardest, no matter what you do. So just keep that little tidbit in mind. After you complete the ritual, you're going to get your gate worm, the Margle will spawn, and you're going to want to get out of there pretty fast so you don't get trapped by a zombie or something stupid. And sadly, you know, after the Margle kind of like started walking around, I was like, I'm going to kill him before the next round starts, and I accidentally nailed that zombie right in the face, as you can see in the clip. So if something like that does happen, you're just going to want to avoid the zombies and just try to kill the Margwa, or vice versa, depending on how good of a player you are. Just try and survive. This will get easier if this happens. It'll get easier to fight this off later on when you're a little bit more skilled. Of course, I'm assuming that you're watching this because you aren't skilled, because it's called a Noob guide. So just, you're going to want to thin out the round again and go straight to one of the portals that you open so you can do Pack-a-Punch. The Pack-a-Punch ritual of badassery, where you get to make your guns glowing red. And then the sky looks weird too. It's all weird and stuff. Yep. After you kill all the alien weirdos, the red guys, red zombies, whatever, you're going to want to go and touch the brick wall so you can open up the way to get to Pack-a-Punch, and then go back and buy Vesper. It is arguably one of the best guns. So after that, you're going to want to go in there and complete the ritual, but first place down all the gate worms. Sillily, I forgot that before in an earlier game, and if you notice, I kind of recharge my shield with one of these gas canisters laying on the ground, and that's one of the things that a lot of people don't know, is that the gas canisters actually recharge your shield.
I trust that fucking Shadow Man. Sounds like a dick. I'm not sure I trust that.
After placing all the gate worms, you're going to want to go back and place the Apothecary key, and then follow the trek that I use, because it's one of the better ones. You can also run across on the walls, and then you can sit down over there and train in that area, but I prefer this area. But if you do use this area, keep in mind that they can jump across that gap and trap you pretty easily. So beware, that might happen. After completing the ritual, you're going to want to jump over the wall gap, and you're going to want to Pack-a-Punch so you can kill Margwa faster. You can kill him with a normal gun if you want, if you're on a lower round, like round 5 or something, but I'm on round 7, sadly, so if you do get to the Pack-a-Punch on round 5, you can Pack-a-Punch and kill him, but you don't have to. But on round, anything past 5, I recommend you Pack-a-Punch to kill him. After you get done killing the Margwa, or not, you can skip Margwa, who cares, you're going to want to open up all this area that I'm going, and you can go and do anything that you didn't previously do, which is a good perk about this, is that after you open up the area to get out, you can go back and do anything that you may have forgot to do. Afterwards, you're going to want to collect all the perks that you haven't gotten yet, which I do right here. I also get Quick Revive. So this is the guide on how to get set up for late game in Shadows of Evil. If you liked the video, drop a like and maybe a comment. If you think I'm an awesome person, subscribe. It's been Ray. Hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.